A decade after the Green Revolution, India was transformed into a vast monoculture of hybrid crops. Indigenous varieties were abandoned forever. When the chemical-soaked fields lost their vitality and the hybrid crops kept failing recurrently, farmers realized it was much too late to turn back to tradition. Most of the indigenous crops were lost, and the art of organic agriculture was almost forgotten. In the early 1990s, the Center for Indian Knowledge Systems had started a small but ambitious project to revive traditional organic agriculture in Tamil Nadu. To do this, they needed a vital element, the seeds of traditional crop varieties. The search for seeds was a long and frustrating one. Clues were nothing but anecdotes, some giving a vital break, others leading to dead ends. After 1 year and a trail of many hundred miles that took them into the different states of South India, 8 varieties were found. Some were a handful of seeds, others a mere few grains. These precious seeds had to be propagated, and the rice varieties had to be revived. CIKS believed that the best approach was to entrust the seeds with interested farmers who would cultivate them year after year. If the farmers could be taught to use locally available resources to achieve this, they could not only gain a livelihood but also enjoy food security for a lifetime. In the process, they would conserve India's precious crop diversity. This is the story of a project that changed the lives of many South Indian farmers. Tradition has always been the lifeblood of Tamil Nadu. It is a great irony, though, that its farmers were struggling to find the very roots of their livelihood, the traditional rice crop. As much as the farmers needed help in reviving traditional agriculture, CIKS needed the farmers to bring back to life the many rice varieties that were so close to extinction. Beneath the fading sunsets in rural Tamil Nadu, an alliance was forged that would transform the way agriculture was practiced. To begin a project of such a magnitude, the farmers have to be brought together under a single roof. This is done through a series of discussions organized in various villages. All interested farmers are invited to attend them. The agenda is to promote organic rice cultivation. A field staff from CIKS explains the objectives of their organization and their interest in helping people who want to get back to traditional agriculture. He outlines the merits of traditional crops and the organic approach to cultivation. Most farmers are intrigued by all this. That's because they are only used to the loud advertisements for synthetic fertilizers and pesticides. These discussions about the way agriculture was practiced by their forefathers in the age of high-yielding hybrids never fails to arouse the curiosity of the farmers. The younger generation usually has no knowledge of organic agriculture. All this is new to them. The elders, however, have their memories rekindled. After a few weeks and many such meetings, the intricacies of the project are understood by the farmers. The meetings become more interactive, filled with intense question-answer sessions. The farmers begin to see the potential of such a venture. At this point, CIKS proposes that the farmers get together and set up a formal body that operates in an organized manner. This will be called the Organic Farmers Sangam. It would function independently, only monitored from the outside by CIKS. The Sangam would be structured on the lines of a democratic body. All decisions would be collective, but still overseen by a group of office bearers. These leaders would be selected through the process of an election. At least 30 members are required to form a Sangam. There are a few restrictions on who can become a member. Only one person is allowed per family. This is to ensure that the benefits of the project spread to as many families as possible. It is preferable that all members own some land, though this is not a must. If they didn't own land, they should at least have a kitchen garden. In essence, every member should be able to cultivate. How else could they practice organic agriculture? The Sangam members should also make a promise. They have to set aside a part of their land in which they only do organic cultivation. No matter what happens, this promise can never be broken. With the election of the leaders, the Sangam formation is complete. The office bearers have the task of building its foundation. The next few months would be a time of fervent activity. The Sangam's role is fundamental. There has to be a body that can implement the project beyond its assigned period. It becomes a flag bearer that will continue to empower the farmers. The excitement of being a part of the Sangam is visible as the farmers immerse themselves into its activities. CIKS, for its part, takes the initiative in empowering the Sangam. The first step is to train the farmers in organic agricultural methods. This is done through a series of training programs organized in their many training centers. The primary goal of the training program is to orient the farmers to the methods of organic farming and to give them first-hand experience in the various techniques. The orientation begins with lectures on the basic principles of organic farming. This is the first time the farmers are exposed to the organic approach. Their curiosity is apparent. Audio visuals are used as aids in the training program. This keeps the interest levels of farmers high, especially since classroom training is a long-forgotten experience for most of them. Topics such as pest control and soil enrichment are covered in detail. These courses are tailor-made to suit the conditions experienced by the farmers in their fields. This approach puts things in perspective and helps them relate to the subject. They are also briefed about the use of traditional crops in their kitchen garden and the many different plants used in traditional medicine. After the first level of orientation, the farmers are taken out for a hands-on session in preparing biopesticides and biofertilizers. They are first briefed about the different processes and the various methods of extract preparation. They are then split into small groups. Each group is assigned the task of making a particular preparation. Since they will have to present their work in front of the rest at the end of the workshop, the participants take on the assignment with great enthusiasm. This way of participatory learning keeps the interest levels high and also makes learning fun. As the participants go through the process, the CIKS staff monitor them, giving advice and directing them. This hands-on method is a great way of learning the nuances of making the preparations. After the preparations are done, a member from each of the groups comes forward to explain what they have done.